Hi, this is Joe again with another video. And I figured that since I know this is April 27th and it's not May yet, I figured to do this video for my May information video for my Big Six Tower shareholders page. So I figured, because I know that next week's first week of May next week, and I'm going to be pretty busy. It's going to be pretty hectic for me. So I don't think I'm going to have the time next week to do it in actual May. So I'm doing it now for you guys. In May, of course, hopefully by next week, the extra extra boilers that in the big truck that's behind Building 3. It looks like it's going to be preparing, or I've seen the workers are preparing. It looks like they're preparing to remove it. So it looks like that the work in the boiler room in Building 3 is finally going to be finished. It looks like the very last stages of repairing it, or replacing everything, bringing new boilers in there, replacing whatever that needs to be replaced, and getting it out, and getting that big truck, or temporary boiler room that's been here since I think since like late August or September to get out of here. Which is a good thing, because it's terribly inconvenient, because you can't even walk around the back of the building there. You can't do it because it's all blocked off. And what makes it worse is that the walkway between the bank and the 99-cent store in our shopping center, that walkway is blocked off because they're doing replacing the concrete work and putting a new concrete down in there. And then, of course, putting tiles in over it. They're finally starting doing that work. I think this week or last week, they just started doing that work. I guess they're waiting for the weather to get warmer and doing that work. And while the work that I would like to see the board approve of, sign off on, is to repave that parking lot between the shopping center and Building 4, because that needs to be repaved badly. And I don't know why the board is delaying that. Technically, it should have been done a year ago, during the summer when the weather was better, but they didn't do it. They let the whole year go by last year, and it's still cracked open like crazy. It's still cracks all over the place. So I hope that the board is sensible enough to do that. Another thing that I should mention, since it is the end of April now, all of you should have had your income affidavit sent into the management office, because this coming Monday, which is April 30th, is the last day, is the deadline for you to put your affidavits in. Some of you, I realize that some of you probably have gotten a one-call message about that, and you should have already if you didn't. You should have, and the office is offering on Saturday. Actually, they're offering a notary service, so you can get your affidavits notarized. But you have to have it. Don't sign it, because you have to sign it in front of the notary. Come down to if you have time. Well, probably by the time I upload this video, the office will be closed for Friday, for the weekend. You have to go to the public safety office on Saturday, and there'll be a notary there. I think the time is like in the afternoon. Go to the public safety office, there'll be a notary there. Make sure you don't sign it. And sign it from the notary so they will get notarized. And then on Monday, which is the last day to do it. So those of you who haven't put in your affidavits in, you have your notarized affidavits, do it on Monday. You gotta do it by Monday before, I think, 5 o'clock. Otherwise, you're gonna get fined like $50. You get charged, I think $50 for your maintenance charges to put that in. So I want to remind you, get your affidavits in now. And for those of you who didn't do it yet. Let's see what else I want to mention here. Trying to think what else got to mention here. Of course, one thing, the main part point what I wanted to bring up is that we all gonna have to complain to get or demand that the board have an info meeting. Because I know that Nicole is making it going on with a petition, sign the petition, because we have to get meetings in here. We have the demand of the board because we haven't really had a real official info meeting. It's been like, I think, almost a year since that's July, really, since we had a real info meeting. I know we had one like a couple of weeks after the board election last November, but it was like combined with the public safety meeting and info meeting at the same time. So, but it's not a real info meeting. I'm sorry, it's not a real info meeting, and I think part of the blame goes to our outgoing board president, Kevin Doyle, who considers me dead. Any of you have seen my I know I only got like 8 views on that video they did last week, which I'm not going to rehash what I said in there, but what the main pumper was that Kevin considers me dead in that video, and thankfully Kevin is going to be out in 6 months. Because he cannot run this year for the board election because he's going to be out in 6 months because of term limits. Because he's been on the board for 6 years. He's been the president of the board 5 of those 6 years. I mean, and even when I ran for the board 6 months ago, I said to a couple of the other candidates, a couple of the other board members, I said, if I get elected, I'm going to move to not have Kevin the board president anymore. And they said, why? Well, first of all, it's been board president for, well, at that time, 4 of the 5 years he's been on the board. I think it's about time we get somebody else in there. Which I feel is about time to get someone else in there as the board president. And considering the fact the way that Kevin has been running the board, I'm not saying he's done a god-awful job. Right? Majority of the time he's not done a god-awful job. But it's just the little things that annoy the hell out of me and should annoy all of us. Mostly his constant criticism of this page, for one. Because he's always complaining that I'm doing these videos or posting stuff that he doesn't like. And of course, since he's on the board, he can't post anything on this page because he didn't want to come off as constantly attacking me. But he has put on notices complaining about social media or that the posts that I've specifically made, because he really was attacking me. He wasn't really attacking anybody else who posts on the page, which I'm surprised that he hasn't. But he's mostly been attacking me because I'm the one who created the page and I run the page and all that stuff. His main complaint is that the post or the person or the opinion of the person who wrote it is not real. He's complaining that I'm writing out opinions and not facts. Yeah, but the thing that gets me is that he never complains about what I actually wrote. He just thinks it's my opinion and not facts. The truth of the matter is, I have been posting facts. I am telling people what in these videos what have actually been happening between his running buddy Howard Giving and myself. I am not BSing once if I am telling a lie, if I am making any of this stuff up, then how come Howard Giving never sued me for it? And the reason for the fact is that what I'm telling is the truth. Even though Howard has been complaining and I've been posting stuff on here, I haven't complained. He can't stop me from posting on here. The thing is, the only thing they can't stop me on is if I'm making stuff up. And God knows I'm not lying about any of the stuff on here. I know a lot of people, I know one person, I'm not going to name who it is, one person has been complaining that I constantly doing this stuff. Or constantly attacking Howard. I said, hey, Hal is the one who's been constantly attacking me. I'm only defending myself by doing these videos and getting my side of the story out there. And I mean, it's up to you to believe who you want to believe. If you don't believe me, I'm not going to hold a grudge against you. That's fine. That's fine. It's your opinion. But it's not right to constantly complain that I'm doing this stuff, because it's the only way that I can defend myself. Okay? If you don't like it, you don't have to. If you don't like me doing these videos, you don't have to watch my videos or subscribe to my YouTube channel. But I'm doing what I can. I mean, you don't have the resources or the funds like White Lippman does to write up his own newsletter. But I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I think is right, and I mean, it's up to you if you want to watch these videos or not. But please don't constantly complain that I'm doing this. Okay? I will appreciate if you don't constantly complain about it, because if you constantly complain about it, it's only going to get me mad, and appreciate it if you don't get me annoyed, angry about it. If you it's like do what you want, but please don't criticize me for it. I really appreciate it. Not being honest about it, as I appreciate if you don't constantly give me grief about it. But that's what it is. But for the most part, I believe that what's my main focus is that we should all go down to the management office and write letters, write emails, because through the official Big Six website, there is a place or a link where you can email the board. Unfortunately, they don't answer back. I mean, Kevin Doyle never answers back. But I suggest you go there, go to the office, write a physical or type a letter, drop it off in the office, and demand, we want an info meeting now. And to complain, because if all of us complain, not the ones here on the those of you who are on the Facebook page, but everybody, if we go into the office and complain and demand that the board or confront the board, if you know any of the board members personally, go to them and demand, we want an info meeting. We want a meeting. We want, I know Nicole's going around with a petition for the bed bug issue. We need to discuss this stuff. We need to discuss the bed bugs issue. We need to discuss the we need to discuss what's going on with the repair work that's going on. We need to discuss what's going on with the power plant, on the boiler room. We demand this information from the board now. They don't put any of this stuff on the I was about to say Facebook page. The Big Six website. They don't put that stuff in there. They don't update it enough. And it took them about 4 months to post the board minutes for January. And it took about 3 months before they put the minutes on for January, February, and March. Now, I don't know if the April minutes are up there yet. I don't think it is, because it hasn't been approved yet. Obviously, not to the main board meeting. But it has to be, because we demand that the board informs us on stuff. Putting a stupid notice in the lobby is not good enough. We have to go back to the way it was when we would get constant notices from the board on our doors. And to demand to have board meetings. Because of the point. Like I said in the previous video, if I'm running again this year, I posted it on the Facebook page. If I'm running again this year, one of the things I'm going to be running on is to get info meetings back on the schedule. And of course, the problem is, I discussed it with a former board member today, actually, which I'm going to name the former board member's name out of this. And and the problem is that we have the same people who show. I made this a point in the candidates night actually. A second night. It said that we have the same people, and I am in favor of info meetings. Maybe not every month, but every other month they have an info meeting. Instead of having like once a year or twice a year, have it every other month. But the problem is that we have the same people who show up every year. Well, not every year, every info meeting. We have the same people who show up. I mean, it's great. I think they show up. I think they come down. But the problem is, it's the same people. More people should come down, and more people should care enough for the call to show up. I mean, more people show up for the candidates nights than they do an info meeting. And it's, it's sad. Because the info meetings could be just as interesting as the candidates nights. When the candidates got attacked, most of us didn't, except for maybe Dorothy. She always gets attacked wherever she goes. I was the only other candidate last year who was attacked, but most of us weren't. Except for maybe Howard because he didn't show Howard Gibby because he didn't show up. But most of the meetings were pretty well. There was no really any real major attacks. No major yelling and screaming except the one woman who attacked me and Edward Ben who attacked me, which I previously talked about. But we should demand. Anyway, just one more time before I sign off. We should demand. Well, everybody who are on this page, and those who aren't on this page, we should all go down to the management office and write a letter or emails, whatever, demand that the board have an info meeting this year. And it looks like we're not going to have one anytime this year. It looks like until maybe we get so when Kevin Doyle leaves the board in October. Maybe then we have info meetings, because he's the one who's holding it. And I believe that he's the one mainly who's holding everything back. And if this is my opinion, it's a fact. I believe with every fiber of my being that he's holding everything back, because he doesn't want to be attacked. And he's like going by whatever Howard Geary tells him, tells Kevin. He does it. Like spending $4,000 on a security gate for one, in a maintenance shop, and to make sure to keep me out and have security standing there guarding me, making sure I don't go in, which is just that's why part of it. That's why I ran last year. It looks like they're going to maybe use the same excuse to maybe run this year, but I want to let you guys know if I do. I pretty much made up my mind now. I'm just not saying anything until after to August when we get that's why I'm going to do a video then and say, after if I decide if and when I put my name in, that's when I'm going to decide to do a video then and say when. Because Kevin is, as I'm telling you now, Kevin and Howard last year wanted to do the sub-meeting for all the apartments. But the reason why, because the board was obligated to put it to a vote, something like that, and he knew that the majority of shareholders was against the sub-meeting. So that's why he pulled it off the ballot last year, because the board election ballot was supposed to have the sub-meeting on it, or to vote on sub-meeting on that particular ballot for the 2017 board election. But Kevin took it off because he knew that we were going to vote against it, and he wanted it. Kevin and Howard wanted the sub-meeting for Big Six Towers, and because they knew that it was going to be denied. So the best thing for them was to take it off the ballot. The two of them. That was the best thing for them to do. I know I ran a little long for this longer than I wanted it to, but that's going to be my May information video for Big Six Towers. Please click on the video please comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel, and hopefully talk to you guys soon. Hopefully nothing major will happen between Howard and myself, I hope. God willing. And I'm going to say what I said in the previous video. May his name and memory be obliterated. May the name of the wicked rot. Because that's what Howard and Kevin, both of them, deserve. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.